All right. Then we're going to work on keying the path of the back. All right. So now I'm working all those same things. All right. I'm coming out of my hips. I'm shooting my hands. Okay. I'm coming out of my hips. I'm shooting my hands. I'm locking my elbows out, but I'm peaking below the shoulder pad of the blocker. Okay. The back has not declared in which direction he's going. He's directly behind the blocker. So now I've got to peek below the shoulder pad of the blocker, and I've got to escape in the direction that the back goes. Whichever direction that back goes, that's the way I'm escaping. All right. And then the next element off a shock and shed is the tackle. Now, the emphasis on this one is if you shed the blocker and the ball carrier is there right now, you've got to dip, because once I come off that block, I'm going to be a little bit high. So I've got to dip, and I've got to drop my weight and make sure that I'm getting pad under pad and trying to get my near shoulder on the near peg. Dip. So the emphasis right here of the shock and shed is the dip. I want to make sure that I'm dipping. Okay, swipe and stack. All right, now this is when a blocker is at an extreme angle. So if a blocker is on an extreme angle, okay, I may come in behind the blocker and I want to swipe and stack in behind him. The emphasis after I swipe is that I want to stack him so that he can't recover and push me by the ball. So this is the swipe and stack off an extreme angle, okay? Aiming point is between the wrist and the elbow, okay? I'm violently swiping that arm down, and then I'm shuffling behind, and I'm stacking behind the blocker. All right, this is when it's used on an extreme angle, okay? So the blocker is out in front of the ball carrier, but it's an extreme angle, right? So if the ball carrier is behind the blocker, I'm a shock and shed. If the ball carrier is in front of the blocker, I'm a rip and pry. If the ball carrier, okay, is behind the blocker, but the blocker is on an extreme angle, now I'm either going to swipe and stack or I'm going to put him in the gap. And this is a swipe and stack on an extreme angle. All right, here's a rip and pry. So now the ball carrier is out in front of the blocker. So since the ball carrier is out in front of the blocker, I'm going to execute a rip and pry. All right, another example, okay? That one was outside flow. This one's inside flow, okay? Ball carrier is out in front of the blocker, okay? I want to rip and pry. I want to rip and then want to pry back inside to the blocker so that he doesn't push me by. Okay, also could run the rip and pry on a tight end climb now. So as I get my key and I get outside flow, this could be pin and pull, this could be power, and the tight end is climbing to me. What is the angle of the tight end? If he's climbing to me high, okay, I want to rip and pry and come underneath.